The balanced map, you can play well at both teams. Yeah, we're gonna see a little fly around here on D-Cash, and it's gonna be interesting to see what Dignitas do here on the pistol round. This looks like a... Oh, look at this. The bomb is going towards A.
Yeah, this is gonna be a fake. What is coming through here? This isn't right. I mean, it's NIP. We're starting on the T side, just to point that out. Dignitas on the CT side, and Alu starts off strong, taking out MSL. But this is a fake. This is totally wild. What is going on here? Exist runs up, and this is the best kind of fake. Full rotation coming out, and it's a free plant for Forest over on the A side in the meantime. AC, though, all by his lonesome. I mean, just the sheer aggression coming in here by him, definitely catching Dignitas off guard. He tries to do the best that he can, but he will get overwhelmed. And even firing into the corpse at the end there. Yeah, basically a kind of insurance of going with the bomb A there, and like, even if we went down at B, they wouldn't be able to defuse the bomb. But wouldn't it be fun if AC were actually staying at the A site there, and he would have gone for the defuse? Yeah, exactly, right. If he could have got the kill on Forest, gone for the defuse, that would have been insane. But I mean, when you're actually, that's the best case scenario, right, for a fake, is when you're getting kills with the guys who are actually trying to sell that fake. They came in there so hard and fast that Dignitas were just completely caught unawares at that point. I think they're just saying, it's a rush B, get over here. Yeah, exactly. So great start here from NIP, just showing the way they're going to play this game, just playing it fearlessly, and just playing with He's sexy beast. Yeah, I think they're feeling pretty good here in NIP. Yeah, I think they're playing with a lot of confidence, and just going for that B rush with the bomb alone on A just shows how confident they are right now. Wow, yeah, that's not a strat that you see ever. Like, that's insane. I almost want to say it's like an old mouse sports strat, where it's just like, okay, guys, you know, maybe we'll get that plant, but can we actually defend it? Yeah, it's pretty risky, and actually gonna see not a force buy here from Dignitas, actually going for a few deagles and some P250s, just trying to pressure the economy here of NIP. 3 deagles as well. AC willing to take the fight there, but Kirby and MSL also have invested in the pistol. P250 is on Nico and Pimp, so they're actually skimping a little bit on the money. That shot's going through. AC just doing the damage, spraying it down, and Alu just lives with 2 HP. We lose Kirby, though, who's boosted up on Big Red on A. So that's not going to pan out here for Dignitas. And NIP still haven't committed to the site. They still have all the options. The bomb we can see is getting picked up over here in Garage now. And the rotation actually coming up from MSL. He's kind of hesitating. He was thinking of leaving B, but it seems like he's going to hang around. Yeah, NIP is great with this. Like, they never overcommit to a site. They just put it slow. They might get a kill, just fall back, and just try to fill out the CTs. And I also want to state there's some bug with the score right now. It's actually 1-0 to NIP, and it's not... there we go. They're actually fixing it. It was not 1-1 Dignitas to Dignitas. The flash through, so they're taking over Banana now, or Banana, right? Whoa, okay. Oh, there we go. Bondig is here, and MSL still holding strong. Nearly takes out a second man. That drops Exist low. He put up a fight, and we will lose one of the NIP members there. Forest is gone, but the bomb will get planted here, and we already have a lurker as well going in through CT, so this is pretty much an unwinnable situation for Dignitas. Nico gets caught in the vents, and it's going to leave Pimp alone, although Pimp does manage to pick up 1 kill, nearly a second as well. Look at how low they are on an IP side. 3 guys heavily tagged up. That was a close call. Yeah, and getting 2 kills, though, not going for the full force buy. I mean, Dignitas will probably be feeling okay after that round. I mean, they pressure their economy a little bit, at least, so just like 50-50 round there. And we can see Dignitas once again not forcing it, just going for a full eco, so probably gonna see Nico with that up next round, and probably some set strat with nades, because it looks like they really need those nades at CT. That's a smart call to make right now. It seems to be the shift in the meta as well. We're seeing more and more teams now on CT side just not invest in the Kevlar, make sure that they actually have more money for nades to hold off the pushes coming in from the T side. So it's good to see that evolution now happening in the game as well. We saw that shift towards the Kevlar, now we're seeing it away, and now, you know, who knows what's next? Maybe a combination of both. I mean, it seems like some teams are kind of caught in the middle right now. Yeah, I mean, it's just so easy to just grind out the CTs when they're force buying. It's so much easier to force buy ST. Exactly. Yeah, because you obviously can't just stack up and push a site together. Well, it looks like Alu's going to be taking point here. He's got Get right there to support him as well. Smoke goes down into connector, so that could create some opportunity here for NIP. But Dignitas have put quite a bit of attention on mid right now. Not a big investment on them, so they only have 2 P250s. But with the USPs, they could be a bit of a nuisance in there, as I say it. Nico taking the headshot. He's going to get dropped on literally by Gerrit. Nicely done, and they are going to be wrapping around. Looks like it's going to be a split A here from NIP. Bomb making its way up short, and Kirby doing the best that he can to try and hold. He does do some decent damage to Forest, but he will get overwhelmed in the end. That sets it up for Pimp, but Gerrit lurking behind, and it's just to stop him from getting anything done. And so another round should be on the board here for NIP. MSL gets caught out, and there it is. So 3-0, pretty convincing so far for NIP, but now we come to crunch time. Yeah, let's see if
Dignitas do what they usually do, where they put Nico with Op in the connector area and just try to play all alone in mid, and they play like basically 2-1-2, where you have 2 guys on A, Nico alone in mid, 2 guys on B, and just try to play the sides. So it's going to be really crucial for Nico to hit that shot towards the boost, because I think Aldi's going to peek there.
And I think all eyes are going to be on Nico pretty much now, because we really do need to see him step up here for Dignitas if they want to have a shot. Alu showing that he's in good form right now, and they're going to go for an aggressive push in A main. This is perfect. AC picks up the first and gets the second as well. Double kill for him, and that sets it up perfectly now for Dignitas. All they have to do is play safe from here on out and make Nip sweat, play that clock.
Yeah, great opening frags there from AC, and kind of surprised that NIP wasn't expecting that. That's a really common move to do. As you smoked into A main, just walk towards that box. And let's see Nico now.
There it is. He lands that shot, wins straight up versus Forest. And that leaves GetRight and Freiburg all by their lonesome here. Last 2 alive, 4 from the NIP. They've got the bomb mid, but there's still a strong presence here mid as well. I believe a man is up in vents. Yeah, Pimp is waiting. So they do have a bit of a crossfire if they need it. GetRight lurks his way through that smoke, takes out Nico, so that's a great start. But like we were saying, Pimp, it's pretty much the guarantee here. He's got MSL on the side as well. Goes, whoa, what the spray from him. Pimp, and he gets caught on the vents. That's awkward. And now MSL is all here. He's just gonna have to count for the rotation. It is coming in pretty quickly here for Dignitas. Molotov goes down, he stands his ground and actually takes that kill straight up versus Freiburg, but GetRight still in this. 1v2, decides to run onto the side, trying to pressure fast. And if he can run down MSL, anything is possible. Kierby should be able to lock this down, but this has definitely turned into a very expensive round for Dignitas, all things considered. And there it is, mad spray, and I can't believe it. Can GetRight do it? No, he doesn't manage it in the end. So close, 5 HP left on Kierby.
Yeah, but still, they were in a 2 versus 5. They managed to put it, they get the bomb down, and there's only 1 CT left. So NIP is probably feeling very happy with that round. They can put a lot of pressure on Dignitas now. I mean, if Dignitas loses this round, NIP is looking to go up to 5-1 actually.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to be able to just step it, and then they have practically all the rounds that they need. Only a couple more rounds, and they could be feeling very comfortable with their T side. So NIP off to a terrific start here, and that's also going to be there shouldn't be an AWP for Nico. That shouldn't be possible this round. So we don't have a snipe again. So that's something to keep in mind here. Alu, however, should have the money to rebuy one, or somebody can drop one for him. So we should have a full bot NIP going into this, especially considering they got the bomb plant that round, which is still just mind-blowing. Like, how does that happen?
Yeah, it's just amazing play there from GetRight. And just going for 2-1-2, as you can see on the overview, there's one player alone in mid, and Alu actually going for the B peak instead of the mid peak here.
Still moving when he took that shot, so it went completely wide. Nico's playing aggressive in mid now at this point, so this could get a little bit interesting here. We'll see if Nip elects to go for the boost. That's what he's hoping for, essentially. He wants to counter that hard. He's got help as well from Connector and Short. So Dignitas, again, going back to the basics, I do like the fact that they are focusing a bit on mid here.
Yeah, they boosted Kierby there on the A side as well, so it means that they can leave some extra players in mid, because Kierby is in a, like, even if you know someone is on that boost, it's very hard to deal with.
Yeah, it can be really tricky. And then if they can get aggressive as well, it can go south pretty quick. But NIP, it looks like they have an idea in mind, and that idea involves lots of smokes onto the A site. They've got 3 guys gathered up outside the entrance to Squeak, and a man holding there as well. Pimp gonna set up a flash, perhaps a peek coming in here.
They're actually throwing nades towards mid. This is a very strange round from NIP. The bomb is towards B, so it's actually gonna be a fake.
Yeah, bomb is towards B, but look at this push! Nico only gets 1, but he spots it out. Now they may have an idea here, Dignitas. They're going to start rotating a man back in to connect, to basically cover up Connector. They need to make sure that they can't get in here for free. GetRight is taking point, lurking his way in. Does he realize that there's a second man? 1 rotating into CT, that's predictable, no surprise there. And now Forrest is going to start pressuring here. MSL gives away his position, though, and they realize, but they do trade 1 for 1. MSL, if he can take 1 more with him, this will be big. There's only 9 seconds left on this clock, and NIP, just in the nick of time, are going to be getting this bomb plant. Way too close here. 2-on-3 scenario now, and unless Dignitas can get a kill very quickly here, it's going to be very difficult for them. And Alu not helping out. Pimp does manage to take out GetRight. That brings it back.
He actually has to go for this. It's so terrible if Dignitas loses this round.
Nice shoulder pick to bait out the shot. Alu not going to connect, but he gets the second try.
And you have to feel like the most important part of that round was Nico when he was flanking 4 people. I mean, that was just pure panic mode for me. Yeah, we can see it here again.
He just, I mean, they had no idea, but look at that instance, like mechanical, all 3 of them just snap back 180. But if he had just waited half a second there, that could have been brutal for NIP getting caught in the boost.
Yeah, I guess it's hard to say when you're in that position, because usually you can think, okay, maybe they're actually like 1 guy is looking towards me. It's hard to make the decision, but This is terrible for Dignitas now. Probably going to have double eco.
Yeah, it is one of those rounds where we'll have to see if they decide to take it. I mean, Exist is going to start off by taking out MSL, but we have the P250s, a single 5-second on Pimp. We lose Nico in mid, but then the man up on Boost, not going to get anything done for us. Great spray control there, gets that. So that will be that 5th round on the board here for NIP, and we get to see, do they decide to go for the force? Dignitas have definitely got to be feeling the pressure right now. You can see Pimp just locked in, focused. Haven't seen too much from Pimp either right now. So, I mean, we were pointing him and AC out basically as the 2 big playmakers for Dignitas. And we saw that at the start from AC. He went for that push in A main and got 2 kills out of it. We're waiting for Pimp to have his big shining moment now to start throwing Nip for a loop.
And we're actually going to see eco once again here from Dignitas, so probably going to go up to 6-1 for NIP. And that's actually just after 2 weapon rounds.
That's an incredible start for NIP. This is, I mean, basically just full confidence on their part. They're fully Dignitas. AC, though, stands his ground, takes out 1, and nearly takes out Forrest as well. Bit too close to comfort there for the NIP players. Pimp will get overwhelmed, though, facing 3 guns. No luck there. And it will be a bomb plant here on the B side for NIP. It comes down to whether now Dignitas can actually get an exit frag or not. AC hoping to get lucky on upper. Just going to give away his position and Exist. Just, yeah, he's like jumping for joy. Well, yeah, another frag. More stats.
Yeah, and Kirby, he managed to steal that up. Actually get a 2nd kill there. If he manages to, oh, he goes on to get that. Just nice try though, getting 2 kills. Decent eco. Yeah, but still 6-1 to NIP. Dignitas need to make something happen right now.
Yeah, this is at the big, I mean, you don't want to be having a basically a high importance round right at the beginning like this, a big round that's basically you can actually just sell the half on. But it's happening now for Dignitas in the 8th round. 6-1 the score. NIP with good money on their side as well. Not in danger of ecoing. Oh, they have 1 solid buy round in them, so it's not too bad. Still a little bit of a room for error there. But now Dignitas, who have their backs to the wall, they have to manage to land the shots. And with 3 players in mid once again, Dignitas going back to what seems to be their default. A very quick execute onto the A site though for NIP. Kirby stands his ground, takes 1, nearly sprays down 2 more. He's gonna get a 3rd, and he could get the 4th. It does! Kirby with the 4, and now he could even get the ace because that last man, Alu, is waiting in A main, and Kirby just plays it patient. He's gonna sweat him out. He's got that bomb. Doesn't need the peek, doesn't need the challenge. He's gonna go in behind a flash. So also, decent play there from Dignitas on the team play.
Yeah, and he's just playing this. He should never go out. He should just great thing here. Too bad he didn't get the ace, but I mean, he obviously did enough for that round.
Yeah, Alu, he doesn't believe in dreams. He shatters them. 2 health left on him as well. And oh, the nade bounces off the wall, saves Alu's life. That could have done it right there. And this is still a solid round. If Dignitas can remove Alu without losing anybody else, they can actually start to stabilize their economy here. So we'll have to see if they can actually manage that. Alu's still playing the patience game. He's got 30 seconds. Takes that fight and loses it. Nico lands the shot. And so we have that 2nd round on the board now for Dignitas. NIP though, like we said, they have the money to go for a full buy here. It's not going to be a problem for them.
Yeah, that's the thing for Dignitas. They have to string these rounds together now. They have to win at least 2 or 3. So basically, a must win once again for Dignitas. And let's see if NIP goes back to their more slow-paced side, where they camp, take a little peek from the boost, make pressure be a bit, and then just make the execute when there's like 30 seconds left.
I do believe somebody was close enough to mid to hear MSL getting into vents. So that information might be there for Dignitas to work with. Forrest is actually setting up the Molotov to flush somebody out of there. So Nip already taking precautions.
And as you see, they're using their slow-paced style here. Just taking a chill Molotov into that, forcing MSL out. He should have to go forward. Yes, this is a good play from MSL.
Now it's going to be Freiberg checking those angles. We'll see double boost over from Nip as well. It's about to get pretty tough here for Dignitas in mid. They do have a 2nd man also watching in connector, but he's rotated back to CT now, so the defense is weakened. This could be a big moment here for NIP. Crossfire is established. There it is. MSL stands his ground, loses, but Kirby is there. Only the 1 kill for him, though. But we do actually have Pip striking back, and then AC rotates in from connector, picks up 1, misses the shot on the 2nd, though. Alu does bring it back to a 2-on-2. And this splits the defense in half here for Dignitas. Only a single man to hold on this A site. That's Nico with the AWP. And NIP taking their time with this.
Question is, did Dignitas realize that both of them were in mid?
Bit of a tricky spot. I mean, Pimp has to watch connector. He can't know if they're going to try and push through. Now it leaves Nico alone. Not sure if he heard the steps, but he gets the shot onto Alu through the edge of the container there. And now it's going to be Exist. He's got the bomb. This might be enough information to act on here for Dignitas. We already have Pimped. getting into a bit of a support position here from Connector. He can land a shot, and he will. Straight up short. As soon as that door opens, Exist is gone, and a third round on the board now for Dignitas.
And I think NIP will be able to afford one more round, so even though they have won 2 rounds in a row now, they still have lost 2 or 3 players like each round, so there's still a lot of pressure on Dignitas. But however, if they manage to win this, they will actually break NIP's bank, and they will be back into the game.
Yeah, look at that, NIP not willing to risk it. They're actually going to go for the Tech 9 buy. So straight pistol eco coming here from NIP with a sprinkling of nades to work with as well, so they're trying to give themselves better odds. They could try and set up here for some smokes onto the A site and just go running in there with the Tech 9s. I mean, that is a lethal combination right there. A couple flashes in. Tech 9 still so powerful.
Yeah, and the question is, will KRB stay on the site, or will they actually fall back and go for the retake? It's much safer to go for the retake, but however, if he's playing as well as he has this past round, he might just go for the kills.
Now he's going to get one to start. He's still in the MBK corner. Spray there coming in from AC. KRB holds the line. The crossfire working perfectly here for Dignitas. We finally lose AC, or KRB rather, but that's going to be Get Right. Last man alive will get removed from the map. AC, KRB, too many names, man. Okay, but as far as that setup is concerned, though, that was perfection.
Yeah, absolutely. KRB just opting to stay in that MBK corner. Not much NIP can do, really, when they only had some pistols. They didn't have Kevlar, only on like 2 people, I think. So finally, a side of release here for Dignitas, who can build up a small bank.
Not much to write home to mom about, though. Really, they don't have a whole lot. They need this round. They need a decisive win in this round, essentially, Dignitas to start really establishing some momentum here. To get a little bit of breathing room as far as the money is concerned. But we'll see. Nip, they're going very mobile here. They've got full AKs, no EWP for Alu, and then a double peek and a checkered. Pimp still takes one with him, though, so a fair trade for, well, 4v4, rather.
Yeah, a 1v1 trade is always advantageous for the terrorists, so NIP happy with that trade in checkers. Get Right playing it safe, just falling back. Okay, we got a good trade. We can just fall back, do something from this position, and looks like they're just going to go for a simple A execute. Might boost Alu up onto the boost for... Oh, he actually didn't have an op. Going to boost up Get Right. Might just try to deny the rotate through mid.
Good timing there by AC, playing on short, but he's got to be careful. Doesn't want to overextend and take that peek towards boost, and there it is, Get Right. Will spot him, but AC dodges, so that's actually pretty well played there by AC, just getting that information and then backing off, playing it safe. It does look like with 40 seconds left here, NIP want to make a play for the A site once again. Molotov's going to go sailing in by KRB, might be a bit deep. That could split them up here. AC trying to peek from quad boxes, and he gets double peeked in turn. So that's going to open it up. KRB, though, holding from CT, manages to back off and play it safe. Very well done there. Now they play for the retake here, Dignitas, but can they account for Get Right being so close? No. 1 for 1. That leaves it down to Nico and MSL, last 2 alive. MSL spotting a man going into MBK corner. Now they have to figure out where the second player is going from. And Exist takes that peek. Perfect time, removes MSL. Nico now in a 1v2 clutch situation. He's got that AWP and he needs to find the shot. Will land the quick scope. And swaps out for the AK as well. Does he go up? Yes, he does. Pulling a bit of a shock. Cindy looks the wrong way. Now it's down to Forrest, but of course Forrest knows exactly where Nico's playing from. And perfect job there by Forrest, holding in the end. NIP, they get the job done.
Yeah, NIP just trading 1 for 1 every single frag that round. It was a nice attempt there from Nico in the end, but too little time to work with. Couldn't really make it happen versus Forrest there. So the question is, will Dignitas force buy? Actually, like as you said, they're pretty low on money, so they're actually going for it. I actually think it's a good idea because they know they have to pressure NIP's economy. They can't just eco all the time.
Yeah, they do, exactly. They've run out of breathing room, essentially. Nip up at 7 rounds is pretty much the line you have to draw. You need to get the remaining 4 on the CT side if you want to have a shot in the T side. So this is going to be real brutal. And once again, going for the boost here with KRB. So we'll see if that gets picked up by the man holding in Squeak. That's Forrest, if he heard any steps up there.
Already 2 people here in checkers.
Very fast. And hey, oh, look at that timing. Get Right catches Nico out completely.
Yeah, this is such sneaky play there from Get Right. Just going into checkers, boosting from checkers into mid and just killing one guy from behind.
AC down to 1 HP now as well. He's not going to be long for this world. Get Right trying to get the job done, but he's not going to manage it. And it's still a 4-on-5 situation here. NIP with the edge. And they still take their time, NIP. They get the entry, but they don't speed up. They don't throw away the advantage that they have. They're going to take their time and sweat Dignitas out. I mean, Dignitas are pretty spread out right now as well, so they could just pick and choose. And it does look like it's going to be the B side here with 40 seconds. Nip decide to make the play. Everybody essentially, 4 players here, 4 NIP rushing onto the side. MSL gets caught. Get Right once again doing the job. Exist catches Pimp and AC trying to rotate through CT. And Forrest now going to be alone. Does he realize that Kevin's stepping behind him? I don't think so.
Awesome play from NIP this round. Really like realizing the weaknesses of Dignitas. How they can just walk out into checkers. I wonder if Dignitas will answer this somehow. Maybe they should put a guy behind the box in checkers, just try to deny the map control they're giving to NIP right now, because if you give map control to NIP like that, they're going to punish you for it.
Yeah, and it's actually NIP also adapting, realizing perhaps that Dignitas are putting such a focus on mid early on. They're just deciding to hit the extremities. So yeah, we have to see now the counter step coming out here. And Dignitas going for a hard eco this round as well, not a dollar spent. So they really know that they've run out of room. They have to go for a buy in the next round, it seems.
And they go for the full 5-man push towards the B site, and NIP is actually going for it.
There we go, actually. 2 pistols get the job done. MSL now has an AK rather to work with here. But there's going to be NIP, easy plant for them. It shouldn't be a problem at all to get a plant basically for Squeak there. Freiberg managing to find a shot, but Ace actually manages to pick up another one here, and there's Alu, peeks into Squeak, takes out Pimp, closes the door, because he's a gent. Well now, actually this has turned into a pretty expensive round for NIP, all things considered.
Yeah, it actually has. Thing is, it's so late in the game where it's like, it doesn't really matter anymore if you take control of the economy, because there's only 3 rounds left after this one, so I mean, still a great attempt there from Dignitas. It's going to be interesting the next round though. Like, will they answer the checkers play from NIP, or will they stick to their 3 people in mid setup?
Nicely done, Nico. That was very well done. Perfect timing. Takes out Freiberg, and there we go. But we actually have the AK getting saved there as well. So Dignitas, they have a little bit of room to move with, a little bit of room to breathe. They can get some full nades, well, get full nades kit on somebody now in this round. Yeah, we get the replay now of Nico basically going for that flank. He was right behind. He was just hoping that they would go A main. But he takes one with him, and there it is. The buy coming in from Dignitas. Full M4s and a single AK. And Kevin does get that kit and full nades as well. So that will make the difference perhaps here for Dignitas, who need to pick up the last 2 rounds in this half. Essentially, it has to end at 9-6 at this point if they want a shot. And look, again, Kevin this time going for the boost. Wild spray from him, doing massive damage, and he doesn't get any kills. 4 is down to 16 HP, lives, and he gets the kill as well. So nothing going right now for Dignitas in this round. Man advantage for NIP, and they're so low on the nades as well, Dignitas. Only seeing 4 flashes to work with, but Pimp manages to find Get Right somehow.
And it looks like it's going to be a full 4-man push now towards the A side here. 1 guy going Squeak, 3 guys going A main.
Set it up. I mean, 4 is still waiting around in Squeak. Seems like this is his place to be for him. And we do have a crossfire established on that A side, on the bomb plant, on the bomb side itself. AC forced out into the open, just gets that spray. But Alu in position to get the refrag. So still a 3-on-3 scenario here. Nico holding on that site. Pimp rotates in, turns from the flash. Still see very clearly, and now Nico, point blank shot from Alu. Not realizing perhaps that Pimp was so close though, and Pimp making the difference. Taking 2 and spotting the 3rd man on upper. Saves it for Dignitas in the end. What a hero play from Pimp. And there we go. We were wondering, when's Pimp going to show up? That's what we're looking for.
And it's such a hard spot as well, playing on that side. It's such a like predictable position, but still manages to get 3 kills. Just great play there from Pimp. And Dignitas getting up to 5 rounds. The question is, will NIP go to double digits now?
That's the worry here, definitely, and that was still an expensive round for Dignitas, but they did save the AWP for Nico, so he has that to work with in this round. Of course, Alu has the money, all the money in the world for an AWP of his own. I think that was a pretty quick boost up there and an attempt at a shot, so Alu probably got some information out of that, and yeah, he's attempting to get the wall bang in there, see if he can't get a punish onto AC, who's playing short.
And we're not seeing the checkers play from NIP, just seem to going for that very slow paced style. The bomb is actually almost backing towards T-spawn, just looking for a counter boost from Dignitas.
Seems like it's back to the basics at this point here for NIP.
Yeah, it's working for them, so just see if Dignitas will make any mistakes and just go for a simple execute.
Now they know at least Dignitas that a man is waiting in Squeak for him. Get Right seems to be setting up a Molotov. We'll see. He's got a teammate there to back him. It's Freiberg. Probably trying to watch and see if anybody's going to be peeking out. But right now, NIP, they're starting to run out a little bit out of time. 45 seconds now. It's going to get to the point where they need to make a call what they're going to do. And Alu still hasn't found anybody to get a pick on. This is very patient play from Dignitas. You have to give them that. They have not given an entry here to NIP. So NIP are still looking, but now it's going to come to Nico. The duel and the timing could not be worse for him to unscope. It will be an execute onto the A side, however. 4 players here for NIP, and with 25 seconds left, they're rotating the bomb back. MSL has taken out Get Right, though, so what are NIP going to do? They're going to commit to this. 20 seconds left. They have to run at a dead sprint. and MSL is still alive on this B site. If he can hold for a couple of seconds, this could make all the difference. He's got the flashes going out already, trying to buy time. Pimp as well, and Nico picking him off. The bomb is dropped, and with 9 seconds left, there's just no time left for NIP to make this play. Pimp just goes leaping in, and the last 2 frags go to Dignitas. They did save it in the end. 6 rounds for Dignitas at the halftime.
That was a really ballsy play by NIP, just actually going back towards the B side without even leaving one. Like, if you leave a guy at forklift, you can at least like deny the information that you're not going for the A push, but they just went back, all of them. So obviously Dignitas is going to realize that straight away. And the funny thing is, it's actually shorter for the CTs to run towards B, so it actually just made it harder for NIP there. Yeah, with only 20 seconds left, you have to run knife out and just go and cross your fingers. Had a great rotation timing coming in from Dignitas, and that was very well done. Them losing the lurker as well, get right over on that B side. Early on there, that allowed MSL to basically hold the line. So 9-6 the first half. Like, of course, it's a big advantage for NIP, but it's not like impossible for Dignitas to come back. Let's say they win the pistol round, maybe they lose the first weapon round, but they kill a lot of NIP players, forces them to like 2 ecos after that by resetting their economy. Like, there's still an opening back into this game for Dignitas, but as I said, there's a lot of ifs for them to overcome.
And it's also something as well that we were talking about during the breakdown is there are a lot of ifs when it comes to just Dignitas as a whole, as far as, you know, who's going to show up, when. And, you know, we've seen a couple of good shots there from Nico, but we need more. We need more from him, AC, Pimp. Like, these guys need to step up their game now if they want to go against the best. So we'll see. Exist at least is looking pretty relaxed right now. You know, just kind of a bit of a grin there. So I'm wondering what's happening as far as NIP are concerned, if they're coming up with something crazy to go for in the pistol here, or if they're just going to elect to play safe.
I think they're just going to play pretty default because, as you saw, they weren't really discussing anything. As you see here, Pimp is actually talking with his teammates. They're probably discussing the pistol round, like what are we going to do, how are NIP going to play this. And NIP is such a hard team to play in that way because you can know that you're going to just play default positions.
Yeah.
But they're going to do it so well, like there's no basic counter to that. Like, what do you do? Like, they have to... It's very, very tough. I would be surprised if they go for the same pistol round as NIP did, the 4-man YOLO to be with the bomb going squeaky. I think they're actually going to go for something more safe. Maybe just try to get some mid control first, force NIP back towards the site, and just go for a simple execute.
How wild would that be, though? Like the mind game, just like the slap in NIP's face. Like, yeah, we'll use the same strategy. We know how that works. Now, they are taking all their time now, basically, to get to discuss the strategy here, Dignitas. They are allowed a few minutes between at the halftime. Usually teams are pretty much like, okay, get up and go. We know what we want to do, but they're going over it, and it seems like it's building some morale there as well. AC getting a bit of a chuckle.
Yeah, that's a must for Dignitas in this position. They really need to get, like, string a lot of rounds together and never give NIP that bank, because as soon as NIP is able to build up a bank, I feel like the game is basically over.
Yeah, that's going to be the scary part. They need to basically do what NIP did to them. If they can get 5 rounds early on, get a little bit of breathing room, that would be a huge start. But I mean, we need to see that kind of aggressive opting. I think we really do need to see that aggressive op coming out from Nico. He needs to create some openings for them in mid, and that's going to be Alu's domain. So can you go toe-to-toe there?
Yeah, the thing is, the terrorist actually has an edge as an opera on this map, because you can either go the boost or you can go the regular way. So the guy in connector actually has to strafe and just peek both places at the same time. It actually is a really awkward angle to hold a CT. So let's see if Nico can abuse that. But then again, it's Alu he's going to play against there.
Yeah, and Alu is just like the mastermind when it comes to op duels. He is top notch, no doubt about it. But it looks like we are loading into the second half, guys. So don't worry. We're going to be getting into it the last half of this evening, the last half of the group stage here, to determine who's going home and who is moving on into the semifinals tomorrow. This is tricky stuff, man. This is tense. Still so many people here as well. They definitely want to see the result of this one.
Yeah, I mean, just if Dignitas win the pistol, they're actually already up to 9-9.
They should be.
Yeah,
right?
and they're T on cash, so it's a very open map. However, if NIP win the pistol round, it's going to be very tough for Dignitas. So a lot of things going to go down to this pistol round now.
Yeah, and as always, the pistol's so important, and that's what makes the difference. And well, NIP seemed to be moving away from the Kevlar buy in the second round as well, so we could probably see that 9-9 sort of finish. But it looks like we're loading in here, guys. Match was set back to pause in the freeze time though, so I'm not sure what's happening here. If we have a bit of a technical difficulty, I see MSL taking his headset off, so maybe there's a bit of a sound issue going on over there. So hopefully that can get sorted out soon here. The longer that this takes as well is also the longer that Dignitas have to sweat about what if.
Yeah, and I actually had time to see that they went for the raid boss buy, where you drop a Tech 9 to a guy with armor, and then you buy 1 smoke. It's a very strong tactic actually, because like if you utilize that one smoke effectively, and you have a Tech 9 armor, and the rest of you guys also have armor, so it's like a basic strat you can use. Usually you see people just go for the B contact type of rush. You can see Forrest there. He's actually sitting in a really awkward position, I would say.
I don't know how he plays like that, man. That just blows my mind. Like, that would be just the most uncomfortable way to play. It's like more uncomfortable than what Mike Lely was doing earlier.
Yeah, what the hell was that? He was actually sitting on his knees on the floor.
Yeah, apparently the chair was too high. I'm just like, that's not an excuse, Michael. I'm sorry. Sorry, bro. You're a pro. You play on whatever they give you. But whatever. That aside, we'll see how that develops. But that aside, yeah, man, Forrest is definitely like limber. I will put it that way, right? He just doesn't have any trouble at all sitting.
So who do you think is the raid boss now in Dignitas?
AC.
Yeah, it probably should be, I guess.
AC or Pimp, one or the other. I think it's got to be one of those two guys. AC just seems to be so aggressive right now, though, too. He attempted that push twice over in A main. Well, that was actually, no, Kjærby who decided to go for the second one. The first time it was successful, and then Kjærby, man, he had an AK. If he had an M4A1, I think he would have actually managed to pick up at least one kill there in that push.
Yeah, I completely agree. That box though, in A main is so awkward. It's like, it does 0 damage, even if you're shooting it from the side. So.
Yeah, it is really tough. All right, guys. Oh, it's going to be Nico who's the raid boss. So throwing us for a loop here, Dignitas, but they aren't going for the fake. They are just going to go for the straight-up YOLO rush onto the B site. They go leaping past it. Forrest now going to be calling for the reinforcements. 2 players here. Quick one for luck. And Nico, the raid boss, it works! Double headshot for him, opening up this B site. Always trying to do some damage with an AG, and he actually does manage to tag up Kjærby significantly here. And Get Right manages to slay the boss. Hope he drops some good loot. Get Right going to town right now. Now he's got the Tech 9. Willing to take the fight. They've got him pinned down behind that box. Pip coming to the rescue, though. And Pip with the triple kill to save the round for Dignitas.
Amazing play for both Nico there and Pip, and I just love that pistol round from Dignitas. You just go for the straight-up B rush, and you can use one smoke to smoke off low, and you basically deny all the fast rotation from the CGs, so very simple and still very effective.
And it's just so brutal. And then when you manage to actually sneak your way through and eviscerate, you know, completely eviscerate the rotation coming through, that actually means that Dignitas are on 7 rounds now. 2 SMGs, 2 rifles, and a Tech 9 on Nico. And this is expected out of Nico. He is definitely one of those offers who just likes to stick on the pistol, save the money for the top. And well, so far things are going pretty well here. Double entry frag coming in for Kjærby, and he holds his own. AC with that MP7 will get overwhelmed by Alu. Not before taking out a player there. So far, it's going to be Get Right bringing it back. So decent damage dealt for NIP actually in this round, managing to kill 2.
I wonder if Get Right actually will save this 5-7 in armor. I mean, they got 2 kills. That's pretty decent. Probably not much he can do with only 29 HP, so wouldn't be surprised if he might actually go to T-spawn, because he might like, okay, if they actually push T-spawn, I will probably get a free kill.
Yeah.
So if they don't come here, I'm just gonna save my 5-7.
He has completely changed it up. I do like this different angle here. We'll see, and it's a win-win situation, because he gets a kill, great. If not, he's got his 5-7 and Kevlar to work with in the next round.
And I just have to point this out. Dignitas actually went on their anti-eco for a 5-man B rush.
Yeah, they're insane. Yeah. Well, I mean, at this point, it is the question of testicular fortitude. Like, they just have to get out there and do it. And those kinds of rounds, those kind of bully tactics as well, is actually going to rock NIP perhaps a little bit in the confidence department, where they're going to start wondering, wait a second, these guys aren't respecting us. What's going on here? So.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the thing, if you can take away the respect.
And a full eco, of course, here from NIP. Get Right didn't manage to save that weapon. He does have a flash here, so probably gonna see this flat can be so effective into A main now.
Yeah, we have the A stack coming in here, but nobody in position to really push aggressively into A main. Instead, they elect to stack on the site. Double Molotov onto that A site, though, clearing out that left side, and instead it's going to be on the site itself. Forrest stands his ground, takes out MSL. Forrest with the second kill before AC can finally remove him. He is going to be able to just actually do quite a bit of damage. Exist. The full stack works marvelously, and we're into a 1v1. Now it's going to be Nico, and he goes for a nade in a 1v1 situation. Way too scary.
He just walked towards the car, towards B now. Probably what he's gonna do.
And Exist gets it done. Exist comes through, and Dignitas, again with the YOLO, straight onto A site, but this time around, Nip guessed right, and they stacked it perfectly. And now the champ.
Yeah, that was a sick round from NIP. They basically had a full eco, only 1 flash and some P250s, and they just went into the stack there. I mean, it's good to play with confidence, that we saw the B rush, but it can backfire like it did there, where he just went for the straight A push.
Yeah, it's Forrest, basically. Forrest with 2 kills. That definitely ground Dignitas down at the beginning. And well, now we're going to have the counter force by coming out here from Dignitas. No surprise there. They definitely do not want to let NIP run away with this. But an eco round win is always so huge. As we can see, Alu fully equipped, no problem at all. Full Kevlar on him with that AWP. And Dignitas have definitely taken a bit more of a slow attack here in this round. NIP, though, with an interesting setup. Usually this is almost like a pistol round setup, which is like, okay, we're going to play retake A. They have a guy, the only guy holding with that rifle is all the way back in CT.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you do the retake on the weapon rounds, you usually have one guy on site and he just backs off when the smokes come over the roof, but they actually just opting to go for the retake right away.
Yeah, they're going to have 3 guys going out onto that A site now for Dignitas. Bomb is making its way there as well. Get right decides to push forward, and he's instantly annihilated by MSL. Great opening frag there for the Danes. And AC holding the line. MSL now behind quad boxes. Might find a bit of an angle. Those flashes, the smokes, everything raining out. And Dignitas is trying to buy the time. Bomb will get planted. Now it's going to come down to Forrest, finding the angle. Overlap here on short as well, so this could get tricky. Dignitas don't really have too many options. They have rotated Kevy through mid, though, so we'll see if he's lucky. But Freiberg waits and spots him out immediately. So we are into that 4-on-4 retake scenario now. And the remaining members for Dignitas standing firm on the side. Trade kill there, 1 for 1. And they're buying so much time now. They line up for AC, and it's going to be down to Alu and Freiberg, last 2 alive. And at this point, they're committed. Freiberg runs into Forklift and takes out kill, but he might just be thinking about backing off at this point. And yes, they are going to run out of time. NIP, if they can keep Dignitas on this site long enough for them to go up with the bomb, that would actually be pretty good. And they both survive, so no joy there for NIP.
Very important, though, that both Alu and Freiberg manages to save those weapons, especially Alu saving that up. I mean, NIP is in a position where they really don't want to eco. So, I mean, even though they lost that round, it's still great play that they managed to save the weapons.
Well, Alu voicing his opinions right now. He might have a couple of things to say, but it will be no force buy. Just a couple of pistols picked up for NIP. Exist and Get Right making the investment, and Exist going an extra step, picking up a smoke. It's going to be that focus on mid here for NIP, but Dignitas again with the disregard. No respect. MSL charges through, leads it, takes out Forrest. Nico removes Get Right. Exist is gone, and just like that, 3 players dead for NIP. The AWP and the rifle is still alive, however, and there you go. Alu making his presence felt over in the B halls. Kjorvi is gone, but this still opens it up for Dignitas to go straight onto A site through short.
Freiberg is in a pretty good position. He might actually get a couple of kills.
Way too scary, and he nearly takes out Nico there. Will get a double kill though, and this gets interesting now. Nico on 5 HP, AC 100. He needs to win the duel flat out, and he will get it. Freiberg down, and now it's going to be Alu. This touchdown nade though, not going to be far enough to get behind quad. Does decent damage to AC, however, and Alu decides to swap out for that AK. He does have a kit, so he has a little bit of time to work with, and he's going to catch AC out in the open. Now it is going to be, once again, Nico, 1v1. Time is ticking, and Alu trying to throw him for a loop. Gonna wrap back around and catch him out. Nothing Nico can do. And with the kit, there should be the time for the defuse to come through just in time for NIP to pick up an 11th round.
And sure, it was a nice play by Freiberg there, but still a round where like Dignitas shouldn't be able to lose from that position. They're a 4v2, and still they're trying to force their way through short there. They can just back off, go for the safer route towards A main. Just a crazy round. Great decision making there from Alu, just going for that M4 instead of the AWP.
Yeah, no, actually that's true. One shot, you miss it with the AWP. Heart attack stuff right there. We don't need it. These games are tense enough. So it is going to be 2 rounds separating them, and once again, Dignitas going for the force buy. Double Tech 9, 3 AKs, and gathered up on the A site, and once again, NIP are the ones playing for the retake, but Freiberg over in the B halls will catch out Kjorvi. Now that makes it a bit awkward here for Dignitas. That's one of the AKs gone, so you'd like to see somebody rotate over, and it will be AC going over to pick up that AK once he gets the shot. There it is. So well done there. At least they can recover that, but it's still very tough. And NIP have actually moved a bit forward on this A side as well. Get Right once again in the position that MSL picked him off from in the last one, but Exist has changed it up and gone on upper. Spots out Nico.
And let's see if they rotate 3 plays towards A now. It's only 2 there now. We see Gonga short. Dignitas is going for that A push now, so yeah, NIP is great. Just look at the overview right now. They have 4 people towards A basically with the gang connector.
Yeah, this is brutal, but MSL leads the charge, takes out the first. Exist is gone as well. MSL doing work, and AC will take out Alu. Just like that, the defense is shattered in NIP. They have to try and find an edge, and there it is. Forrest taking out Pimp. 2-on-3 retake now. Both of them have kits and a couple of flashes there to lead the way. Forrest catches out Nico, who tries to peek. And Dignitas now, they're sweating. Forrest catches AC, and it's going to be down to MSL. The man who opened it up, he will get the spray on Freiberg. 11 bullets left as well, and it's a 1v1 situation now versus one of the best riflers in the world. Forrest will be pressing forward, and there's the ground. MSL playing the sound perfectly. He's running down this bomb. Forrest will not win, and it's a quad kill for the Dignitas leader. MSL this time decides to get the job done himself.
Excellent play there from MSL, but however, I feel like Dignitas is second 4v2, like they almost lose now, so I mean, they really need to like communicate better in those after plan situations. You know, just great plays from MSL there, saving them there in the last second.
Yeah, incredible stuff. And the sang-froid, I mean, the cool there from MSL.
And an eco now on NIP, so Dignitas is actually looking great right now.
And they had a successful flash there, but they don't go through. MSL is actually going to charge in, and he gets the kill onto Exist. And this is actually shaping up to be a perfect anti-eco round here for Dignitas. Everything going according to plan. Nip basically feeding themselves into the blender there.
11 and Dignitas with a flawless round. It means they are going to build that back. It doesn't matter if NIP wins this round. They will be able to afford yet another round. And NIP is actually in quite a bit of trouble right now.
I think so as well. It's not looking pretty here for the Swedish home team.
And I wonder, will Alloy even be able to buy an AWP in this position? Yeah, yes it will. I wait to see an UMP here on Get Right.
He's actually got quite a bit of money, all things considered. And that's going to be it, though. They're tapping out now, Nip. All the money spent for them. So, yeah, the UMP on Get Right, as we can see. Pretty strong SMG, though. It's a good choice. It looks like the counter boost is going to be coming in, putting a man up into vents here. NIP trying to change up their game a little bit.
Did break the vent pretty late, though, so Dignitas might be figuring out what NIP is doing.
And it's a deep smoke on A as well, which is why they're playing it so carefully in A main right now. Nico waiting to see, once that smoke clears, if anybody's lurking on the other side of it, but somehow AC will take out Forrest. That's a Molotov kill as well. Bit of a barbecue happening in Checkered. And a man advantage now for Dignitas to work with. If they keep their cool at this point, this should definitely be a situation they can win a round from. And Get Right is in a bit of an awkward spot up here, not sure which way to look.
Just playing it very safe right now, Dignitas. Bomb still in mid connector, so they don't have to commit to any site yet, but with 45 seconds left of the clock, they want to make a move now.
And Get Right's perfectly positioned here. MSL is gonna get caught out. No hope there at all. Looking the wrong way. There is Kerby rotating back around through the B halls, but he might get hurt there by Get Right holding up in vents. Alu on the A side, shoots right between them. And now there's the man out through Squeak. Does he land the shot? No, he misses it point blank, and it's gonna come down to Exist now. Dancing on the edge of the smoke, he's gonna try and push through. Catches that planter out in the open, and nearly gets the double. Yes, he does! Exist making the difference. And Nico will get caught by Kerby. There it is, Get Right. Managing to make the magic happen once again. Kerby gets caught by Get Right in the end as well, and this is it. NIP coming through when it mattered most.
Those 2 kills by Exist is so difficult to pull off, and he manages to do it in the most crucial part of this game. So excellent play there from Exist. Yeah, we get to see the replay here. Just barely getting that second kill with 13 HP left, and Dignitas actually had a 5v4 in that position, so...
This is a key round, though, right here.
Yeah.
NIP have spent all their money, Dignitas as well. Whoever wins this round can completely turn the tide. NIP would be in a force buy situation, or a double eco situation, into a force if they wanted. Dignitas could turn it, but NIP also, if they win, they could just stroll right through into that semifinal.
Oh, the timing there. Get Right actually left a gap there, and Nico just, precisely when he went through that smoke, Get Right moved a bit to the left.
Still have a bit of a catch-all approach now from NIP. They still have a man holding on short, 2 guys on short, in fact. So rotation could happen pretty quickly towards that A site. There's also a bit of a tension in mid. Dignitas still taking a lot of time setting this up, though. They're being fairly patient. So a double boost in mid, that's what it's looking like at this point. So maybe a wrap around onto A, and Kierby catches a man out in B halls. That's Freiberg gone. That may prompt a rotation out of NIP soon enough. We do have Get Right standing his ground in mid, though. Wins that fight straight up. 8 HP left on him, so they bring it back to a 4-on-4, and there's Alu taking the shot on the Kierby. He will get caught by MSL, however. Very close call there for MSL, but he gets the job done.
And very low HP on Get Right, as we said, and they're actually rotating back to B. If they can just cut off the guy, he's actually going to make it up the site. That is so crucial by Forrest.
Yeah, now they actually have to battle their way in here, but it is a predictable shot. He's still managing to land the kills. Forrest still here. What is going on, Forrest? That's the kind of play that wins you tournaments. How does he stay alive? That's a pre-fire spot there for Dignitas. Forrest, like 9 times out of 10, you see the guy just get his head taken clean off.
Yeah, and he's actually like stuck on that small thing back there, so he can't actually like hide completely. So he basically is forced to fight 2 people at the same time in a position where he barely can move. And he manages to get 2 kills. It's just crazy round there for us.
Yeah, and that's now 13 rounds on the board for NIP, 11 for Dignitas, and an eco out of Dignitas. And there we go, perfect timing. They will manage to pick off Forrest, but then Well, no, never mind. It's Freiberg gone. Forrest holds the line. He gets another few kills. But the B defense looking very solid there for NIP. And now this is going to be like the act of desperation essentially coming out from Dignitas. Their backs are to the wall.
Yeah, exactly. The way Dignitas can come back from this is that they string 2 rounds together now. But the way NIP is playing right now, it's going to be so difficult.
Well, let's see, full AKs and a healthy nade count here for Dignitas to start things off. And it's looking actually pretty calm, although they will go for a boost early, it looks like. Maybe a double boost early. And yeah, they're straight up taking over mid, but Alu takes out Pimp immediately here. MSL pushing forward, trying to find the man behind Sandbags, turns away at the wrong time, and Alu gets a free kill. And just like that, it falls apart. Dignitas, this is the round. They need to bring it back somehow. Kirby will take the fight, however, with Freiberg and clear him out of the B-side. Spots Vandervents as well, but Forrest gets the angle. And a 2-man advantage now for NIP. They can slow everything down at this point. Get Right still holds on that A site, but he's been boosted up, so this could be flawless. If Dignitas try and sneak their way out through here, they're just going to take a bullet to the top of the head.
Yeah, and Exist can draw some attention from the car here. This is no way Dignitas is going to check Get Right's position now.
They're selling that. Oh, Get Right decides to take the job. He does it by himself, basically. Exist draws the attention, but then Get Right with both kills, and NIP. Yeah, Forrest, man, putting on a bit of a show. In-game and out. 1 round away.
Yeah, 4 rounds to go for Dignitas if they want to make this a tie. Of course, they have to go for the force by Nico with that scout. We see a Deagle and Kirby, actually. And let's see what they decide to do now.
It's going to have to be something swift. Seems like once again we might have the boost, but Nova now we have the incendiaries going down to counter out that boost. Dignitas quick execution up there without roasting alive. So now once again NIP taking over mid. They've got a man behind Sandbags as well as on short, so they have that crossfire established. AC supporting his mate, but that's Nico with a scout. He doesn't have that AWP right now. Now we see Alu, man, this overlap is going to be brutal for Dignitas if they try and push their way through here. Alu could definitely force them out, and there we go, another incendiary going down on top of boost, making sure that Dignitas have to waste time rotating around. They're making some noise in A main, perhaps. There's the flash, and perfect! Exist pounces, taking both players. MSL and Nico gone. We do have Pimp managing to get a kill on Get Right from Squeak, but he's alone. The rotation is coming through, though. This could get a bit tricky for Exist, and he catches Pimp jumping with the knife out. What is going on, Dignitas? Nice shot by AC, though, brings it back, and now it's going to be a man advantage here for NIP going into the retake scenario, although they do manage to get onto the site fast enough. Forrest on upper, they've got the overlap there. Forrest holding the man at bay, and it's going to be Kirby now alive and not